Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the first episode of Smackdown in 2K23 Universe Mode. What a night it was for the Blue brand at WrestleMania. Huge wins from the champions and some top contenders. But most importantly, we won brand warfare. Smackdown was deemed the A show of the last 12 months, which has led to chaos on Monday nights. I was watching, I saw what happened. WCW Monday Nitro, rising from the ashes of Raw. And if my competition wants round 2, then very well, so be it. But what this has done has led to an issue with the chaos that has occurred on Monday nights, with the demise of Monday Night Raw at my former colleague's hands and his ineptitude. We have to coalesce. We have to gather all that remains of WWE here on Friday nights on Smackdown, the #1 weekly show in the world. So with that in mind, we're going to be wiping the slate. We're going to be starting from square one, because quite frankly, we cannot pick up from where we were. Champions need to be crowned. And that is why over the next several weeks, all the way up until Money in the Bank, we're going to be seeing a number of championship matches. We're going to be seeing a number of top contender matches. By the end of this month, everything will be as it should be on Friday nights. Now, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, as the general manager is speaking, he is interrupted by a familiar tune, and that is that of the top star of last year, Universal Champion Roman Reigns, makes his presence known. This has got to be a joke. This is outrageous. This is disgusting. The way that you not only do you refuse to acknowledge me as the top guy on SmackDown, but the disrespect that you are showing me. I walked out of WrestleMania as the Universal Champion. The WWE Champion walked the next night. Neither WCW nor SmackDown have him contracted. He vacated that title. He's gone. I am the only man worthy of being the champion. Yet you're sitting here telling me that I have to earn that again. It is disgraceful. It is disgusting. And I will not stand for it. Now you are going to give me that championship. You're going to name me the champion of SmackDown, or you will be dealing with the bloodline. Roman, I respect you as a top competitor. You carried this show for the last 12 months, but I can't be picking favourites here. We've had a great working relationship in the past, and I'm happy to consider you as a top contender. But when I say it's a clean slate, it's a clean slate for everyone, and you're going to have to earn your spot. And you just see the disgust on Roman Reigns' face. Sort of laughs a little bit to himself, and he says, "Listen, this is not a negotiation. This is me telling you that this Universal Championship over my shoulder is not going anywhere. And there's not a damn thing you can do about that." Roman, he starts to walk up the rampway, holding that Universal Championship that he defended so fiercely last season. But the general manager interrupts him. "Wait, Roman. Wait just a minute. you do hold on to that Universal Championship, and to be quite honest, you can hold on to it for as long as you like. Effective tonight, the Universal Championship is no longer recognized on Smackdown. You may hold that belt, but you are not a champion. And there's Roman Reigns. It becomes incredibly angry. He starts hurling insults at the general manager and even threats of violence, to which the general manager has to respond. Roman, you're leaving me with no choice. This behaviour, I cannot let this stand. On the first night, unfortunately, you twisted my arm here. You forced my hand. Roman, I'm going to be suspending you from Smackdown indefinitely for your actions and your words here tonight. Security, please remove Roman from the building. And out come several very beefy men. And they literally drag Roman from the arena, kicking and screaming. From the arena. Roman Reigns removed from SmackDown by security. He has been suspended by the general manager.
Wow.
He then turns back to the camera. I do apologise for the drama to kick off SmackDown. That's not what we're here for. We're here for great competitive in-ring action, athleticism, feats of superhuman nature. So I'd like to make an announcement here tonight. Roman Reigns was indeed in consideration for the newly to be crowned WWE Champion. In fact, I was considering giving him a bye to the championship match itself. But following his actions tonight, that will not be occurring. Amidst all the other matches we will be seeing, and we will get into all of this later, what I would like to announce is that we will be starting a 4-man tournament, a bit of a round-robin style competition with wins, losses, draws, and the nature of the victories affecting the points awarded. We'll get more into the specifics of how that works in just a moment. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the first match of SmackDown in the new season. It is the first match in the WWE Championship Tournament. And who better to kick us off than with SmackDown's #1 draft pick? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show underway. Well, we're heading into our first match, and as we said, it's the #1 draft pick. He is here, a brand new star for a brand new year on SmackDown.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American Nightmare has arrived on Friday nights.
You can tell he's psyched to be there as well. I think the sheer charisma, the sheer star power, the magic this man possesses. You see it, you know straight away that he is a big-time player in this business, and he is an amazing acquisition for Monday Night Raw. Sorry, Friday Night SmackDown.
So you're too stuck in your old ways there. Yes, everybody, welcome to the first episode of SmackDown. Super excited for this one. We had what some may say was a great show on WCW, but it's time to see how WWE can respond on SmackDown.
Well, I don't think anyone with half a brain and half a bit of common sense would say it was a great show, but who knows? free speech means you're allowed to be wrong. You may hold any opinion, no matter how stupid.
I real recognise it's real. I enjoyed the first episode of Nitro.
Better than whatever
We'll
the
have
last
to see.
episode of Nitro before it was, let's be honest. Not a high bar to clear, but a bar we
Not a high
have
bar to
cleared
clear.
nonetheless.
Ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown is treating us to an absolute banger to kick off the show, however, because we've just seen Cody Rhodes, he's making his debut, and here comes the hardest working man, perhaps, of last year, the workhorse of SmackDown, the man who did not get his dues. It is Seth Gucci Rollins.
Seth Gucci Rollins, you might say. He's not freaking Rollins, he's Gucci Rollins. But yeah, this guy is probably... Can you really say he's underappreciated when literally everybody and their grandmother loves this man? Not really sure you can, but... when everyone loves you, that says something. That in itself is pretty monumental. I mean... I am kind of concerned because this is like a WrestleMania main event level match that's just being given away, not costing anyone a penny to see this on national television.
It's not even the main event, it's the opener.
It's the open. It's not even the main event. If I don't see the
Ladies and
boy, if I don't see the boy Shanky in the main event, I'll be exceptionally. It's the only way you can follow this kind of gold dust up. It's kind of
I'd
Stardust.
say Stardust. Yeah,
It's kind
there
of
we go.
Stardust, you might say.
This one gets underway. Cody Rhodes making his first appearance on the channel.
Yeah, I was saying I didn't even say gold dust as intentionally, but I knew as soon as I heard myself speak those words, the place where everyone's mind would go. This great man's, some would argue, equally as great brother in the ring. He could hold his own against basically anybody. But he maybe never quite reached the upper echelon that Cody has skyrocketed himself to. He's changed the whole face of this business in more ways than one, in multiple companies, and he's come back to Friday Night SmackDown to do it all over again. He never stops, he's never satisfied, he's never content to rest on his laurels as Cody Rhodes. He always needs more, and more.
Well, as did mention at the top of the show, this is the first match in a 4-man round robin style WWE Championship tournament. There are 4 men who will be participating in this tournament. Each will face each other once, with points allocated based on the results. If you get a win, that's 3 points. That's a massive 3 points for a win. Obviously, a loss will get you no points, as Cody Rhodes with a disaster kick off of the second rope. Beautifully done. And meanwhile, a draw, so a double count out or a double disqualification, will see both participants earn 1 point. However, victories by count out or disqualification will also only be awarded 1 point. We're going to push the competitors to go for a pinfall or submission.
Interesting. A very good way of motivating clean, fair fight. We've got to say, very intelligent, very smart system for Friday.
Once we get to the end of the tournament, once all 4 men have faced each other once, the two with the top two when it comes to points, they will face off 1-on-1 at Money in the Bank. Become the first WWE champion this season. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen, Money in the Bank will be our first pay-per-view, a huge event to kick off the season, one that will shape the direction of both WWE and WCW going forward. And Seth Rollins looking for a pedigree, and Rhodes counters into an Alabama Slam. I'll tell you what, we've been talking over this match so far, but Cody Rhodes has been getting a beating.
It's true.
The hands of Seth Rollins.
We talk about resting on your laurels. You can never do that against either of these men. Cody Rhodes cannot. He can't take a second to breathe, a second's break against Seth Gucci Rollins.
Bit of an overreaction there, I'd have to say, from Seth Rollins. I don't think anybody really expected that to put Cody away, but he's not wasting any time as there's the snap suplex. Seth Rollins tonight wearing to the ring what I could only describe as my year 2 pencil case. That's what his
No, he's wearing the
looks like
teacher's
tonight.
blackboard left alone in a reception class for 5 minutes.
Well, Cody Rhodes has been on Smackdown for not even 5 minutes and he's bleeding.
He is wearing the visual representation of a serious stroke, Seth Rollins.
Oh, crash and burn from Cody.
He has
The way he adjusted in midair was. The way he adjusted in midair was very impressive. He didn't quite get the distance he needed to make contact with Rollins.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, I think he was a little overambitious there. Got a little bit sucked into the moment and the spectacle of this first episode of Friday Night Smackdown, and he overjumped, went for it a little bit too much, maybe. And Rollins will look to take
to the
full
top
advantage
rope.
of that.
Beautiful elbow drop from Seth Rollins. It's just he's had Cody Rhodes' number thus far. SmackDown going above and beyond to secure the signature of Cody Rhodes this season. But at the moment, it's Seth Rollins showing that perhaps the star they really needed was here all along, looking for a neck breaker, and he gets it.
I know we talk about the kind of character arc, the long, winding journey that Cody Rhodes has been through, but I still don't think he has as much to prove as Seth Rollins. He won't feel half as aggrieved by this business and by Friday Night Smackdown as the Gucci King. But Joe is the most amazing thing about Seth Rollins.
Hang on a second.
Paper.
Rollins drops. Hang on! Off the rope! A cut! Stop!
Oh my god.
He might have just broken Rhodes' neck as the referee into position! And Rhodes gets their shoulder up! How has Cody Rhodes kicked out
I'll tell you what.
perhaps one of the most devastating curb stomps we've ever seen, but Rollins wasting no time following him to the outside.
The referee completely bungled that because she took so long to get into position. I think if she'd been in position from the get-go, that was it. I mean, Rhodes had dragged every single cell in his body off the canvas, like a construction worker picking up a steel girdle. It was like watching a sack of bricks be lifted off that canvas, not a human being.
Cody Rhodes really has not got going in this contest. And as soon as I say that, he starts looking to mount a comeback with a couple of clotheslines. Drops the leg, so he sweeps the leg, I should say. Now into a cover. Is that going to be enough? No, Rollins kicks out with relative ease.
Yeah.
Rhodes ducks under. Rollins saw whatever it was coming. Now Rhodes just struggling to get any form of momentum, and this could be. No, perhaps Rhodes. What's he looking for here? He's turned Rollins around. Rollins doesn't know where he is, and there's a crossroads out of nowhere to steal the win. 2. No, Rollins gets the shoulder up.
It was a pretty simple 2 count for Seth freaking Rollins. And to be honest, Rhodes is going to have to hit him with a lot more than that, for a lot longer than that, if he wants to get anywhere close to getting.
Well, how about a second crossroads?
Oh my god. Well, he must have heard me.
Cover! 1, 2. No, Rollins kicks out again.
Oh my god. So I'm going to have a mental breakdown. Well, I think Cody Rhodes might have a mental breakdown before me. There's only one other man, freshly suspended from Friday Night Smackdown, who we've ever seen kick out of that many crossroads. What I was going to say is that, you know what strikes me most about Seth is his versatility, his ability to just take just about anything, to do stuff that would make other men look absolutely ridiculous, like chumps, and make it work, and soar to the skies with it. And do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what encapsulates that more than anything else?
What's that?
The fact that he's now wearing what looks like a bad drug trip on his legs. He's gone in one. He's checked. It's amazing.
Right, a second. Rollins dumped to the outside. Rhodes is lining him up for a suicide dive, and he gets it.
Oh my goodness! Again.
Sorry, I did have to cut you off there. Again, the battle on the outside. This one really could.
He's really starting to come back here, Cody Rhodes. He's fired up. You can see in his eyes. He's not going to let this go without a fight.
Rhodes looking for a figure 4 on the outside, and he's got it. The figure 4. But the refs continue to count. The count is climbing. These two are going to need to get back in the ring as Rollins is able to escape from the figure 4. You feel like just one big move at this point could be enough to seal the deal in this contest. Rhodes looking for a suplex. Rollins in behind. Takes him down. What is Rollins looking for here? Rollins in behind! A crossroads from Seth Rollins! 1, 2, 3! Seth Rollins beats Cody Rhodes with his own finishing move. Not the return that Cody Rhodes was looking for tonight. Not only beaten, but humiliated with his own finishing maneuver.
Here is your winner.
And Seth Rollins picks up 3 points in the WWE Championship tournament.
Cody Rhodes will be absolutely devastated once he recovers his senses, remembers where he is and what's happened. He will take a long, long time to get over that. There's nothing that burns, that stings quite as much as being hit with your own finisher, your own patented maneuver. Having that take you down must hurt like hell. But having seen what we've just seen, I think I'm going to say it now. I'm going to put my neck on the chopping block. If Seth Rollins continues like that, he will become, at Money in the Bank, the inaugural WWE champion.
A great performance by Seth Rollins. Cody Rhodes nearly making the comeback at the end. It's time to move on, however, and it's time to crown a champion in this next contest. Well, not even a champion, but 2 champions.
Ooh.
It is time to crown the World Tag Team Champions, and out first.
The following contest is a triple threat tag team match. And is for
These 2 gentlemen were mentioned not by name earlier in the night, but by reference to
on the way to the ring,
members of the
combined weight
Bloodline.
of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
The Usos, of course, we got to know them very well last season, continually picking up tag team victories. The left and right hand of the tribal chief Roman Reigns. They're going to have to go it alone now. Roman suspended earlier in the night indefinitely. Who knows when we will see him back on Smackdown.
I think the question there is, how much is that going to impact the bloodline, the rest of the bloodline mentally? Will the bloodline even continue to exist? How are the Usos going to react knowing that
Shoosh!
spiritual guide?
Shoosh! Shoosh! A shoosh, please. Chad Gable was here. Did you know? No, did you know? Madge, did you know?
If I
Did you
didn't
know
know,
that Smackdown?
all I'll say is, if I'd have known that it would be Alpha Academy coming out next in this match, I wouldn't have bothered speaking because I would have known what was going to happen.
Did you know that we have the greatest professional wrestler in the history of our business and an American hero competing in this match?
What, Otis? Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy.
Well, no, Chad Gable, obviously. I mean, Otis is pretty cool, but look at Chad Gable.
Don't do my boy Otis like that. The
Otis,
greatest character in wrestling.
Yes.
Give him that as due.
Yes. Okay, yes, but he's not Chad Gable. Look at Chad Gable. That is a man you want representing your brand, and that's why, somewhat controversially, Alpha Academy were drafted very high by SmackDown. But this is a triple threat tag team match. We've got the Usos and we've got the Alpha Academy. And now for the final team in this match, the first half of that team, it's Matt Riddle on his stupid little scooter.
Your favourite wrestler. I think he must be so best.
Yes. However, he did come as part of a package deal, so he is a member of the Smackdown roster. And you can't deny the ability that he has. Even if I find his style, shall we say, not quite to my taste. I haven't drafted this roster based on personal likes and dislikes, shall we say. I've gone for the strongest roster I felt I could draft. And let's stop talking about Matt Riddle, because the other half of this tag team is Randy Orton.
And representing RK-Bro from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds, the Viper.
This guy's he's like a fine man. You can leave him in place for any length of time, and he just gets better. Discover more layers, discover the character and the ability that the Viper has shed his skin many a time, but he's never looked any worse than now.
Indeed, last season the only man to, albeit temporarily, wrest control of the Universal Championship away from Roman Reigns. But tonight, he has a chance to do something he hasn't done in a long time, and that is to capture Tag Team Championship gold. He teams up with Riddle as part of the formidable unit known as RK-Bro.
Do you know what? One thing we don't talk about enough with Randy Orton is the good side. We talk about how cerebral he is, how cold-blooded he is, like a Viper fan. We never talk about all the good stuff he does. We never talk about the charitable things that this man, because this man is a good Samaritan. And do you know how I know? Because when you look at the man he's partnered up with, he's donated a huge amount of his own hair to Matt Riddle. Incredibly selfless, kind and caring thing.
Okay, I just want to point out that for like half a second at the start of the match, every single person went to attack their teammate.
I'm not going to lie, I thought the referee was in a bad position there. I was concerned.
This is a triple threat tornado tag team match. All 6 participants in the ring at the same time. The first person to get a pinfall or submission against one of their opponents will capture the World Tag Team Championships for their team. No eliminations, it is one fall to a finish. Well, Madge, I didn't ask you in the last match, but I will ask you in this one. Who is walking out with the gold?
My mind's telling me I don't know. But my body is telling me shoosh. So I think Alpha can recover the gold. I just have a
My mind is telling me no.
But my body.
No.
Whitney Houston.
Oh my god. I'll put it this way. My mind is telling me the Usos. My body is telling me RK Bro, but my heart is telling me Chad Gable. Not even Alpha Academy, just Chad Gable.
I can agree with that. You asked me who my favourites in the match are, I would have to say the Usos, because, I mean, the record just speaks for itself, doesn't it? This is what they do.
Hang on a second. Chad Gable. Chad Gable, we've heard of the three amigos. This is the three shooshers. Into the cover. One. No. Usos there to break it up. Jimmy wants to make a save on this occasion. Interesting to note, but of these 6 competitors, Orton and Riddle are probably the 2 most successful when it comes to singles action. That doesn't necessarily translate to them being the best team, or the team with the best chance of winning it. Indeed, perhaps no other team in history has had the chemistry of the Usos. When they say since day one, they mean that quite literally. They have been together since the day they were born. There was an RKO! Referee! Oh, the camera cut away from the RKO. The shoddy camera work has made its way over to Smackdown. The RKO to Otis, but luckily Gable there to save his teammate. That's the thing about this triple threat environment. It's going to be so difficult to find the time you need to get the submission to win the match.
There's no love lost in that ring tonight.
None of them are going to be put this way. No team in this match is going to be sending the other teams Christmas cards this year. Let's go with that.
Yeah. I mean, what would a Christmas card from Chad Gable look like? I kind of want to know that. I mean, I know he's
Very
only 7 years.
shoeless.
You just open it and it's a massive cardboard card that pops up as you open it, and it's got like a teeny little speaker that just says "shoosh."
Thank you! That's what I would say to them.
No, that's the one you send him back. You send him the exact same card, but it's you instead. Thank you.
Jimmy looking for the Samoan drop, but Chad Gable, greatest professional wrestler in the world. He would slip out a bit.
In his own words, I'm sure he's slow.
Oh my god, Jimmy accidentally clocking Jay with the sledgehammer.
He didn't react either. That was absolutely cold as ice. He just kept swinging with the hammer and he connected with him. He didn't care that he hit his own brother. I guess they both know that this is just business.
Oh,
A little like Riddle might have had it, wasn't there?
No. Jimmy did kick out.
Oh no, that's what I mean. I was saying if Riddle may have had it won, if not for the timely intervention of Jay on behalf of Jimmy.
I need to remember when we're spectating these matches, I need to just flick the stick sometimes. So the controller doesn't just die.
It's easy to get these things, especially when you're in a turn story. What has been a very interesting encounter so far.
Is it just me? Or have Randy Orton and Otis just been having like a one-on-one match on the outside?
Randy Orton, Otis must own some money and just doesn't like Otis for
Do I? Oh, Jay, what was that? Jay, that was unfortunate for Jey Uso. Do I need to book Randy Orton versus Otis next week? That's what I'm going to have to do.
I'd watch it.
Big ripcord knee from Riddle to Gable. No, Gable, kick it. No, Gable, fine. Jay makes the save anyway, but I'm telling you, Chad Gable kicked out of that. because he's the greatest professional wrestler in the world. In the world. This one could still go in favour of any of these teams, although most of them are down at the moment. Okay, so the only one really wearable, although Otis covering Matt Riddle's back up. Orton looking for an RKO, and again, neither time is he able to get it, however. Bayless has taken out, as is Orton, as is Otis. With an O'Connor roll into a German suplex. Jimmy doesn't see it, but Orton kicks out just in the nick of time. Chad Gable nearly won the tag team championships for Alpha Academy there.
He nearly shooshed for all world.
Oh my god, what a slam from Otis. I think he might have broken Riddle's leg. It's a 2. No, Riddle gets the shoulder up.
Oh god,
Gable has a...
I've just seen it. Riddle's leg just tried to leave the rest of his body. He tried to go for a holiday from his hip.
What is happening in this contest? There's DDT, Riddle looking to break it up, and he does. What's he going to take?
I mean, I feel like
it's not even a case. It's not even a case of keeping your opponent down. It's about having the time span to actually make the cover.
It's true. I mean, I was going to say, this is typical of a tornado tag match with this kind of stipulation.
Hang on a second. We're focusing on the outside with Otis and Jey Uso with the bear hug, but I have no idea what's going on in the ring.
Surely it would have been called now.
Well, back into the ring. Luckily, we don't appear to have missed any decisive moments. Orton.
We were talking about Otis and I believe it was Randy Orton. Riddle and Chad Gable have got they've been able
I suppose both of them have previous experience in other areas with the O'Connor role again, but Jey Uso, he saw it coming and he got in before anything could really transpire. As a result, Orton with the sledgehammer and then Uso splash, but Chad Gable rolls out of the way. This match is a million miles an hour.
He had to roll out of there because that providing you can't assume no one wasn't going to come on and break it up. Great teamwork. They've shown fantastic synergy and chemistry to stay out from Academy. As soon as one of them's in trouble, provided the other member isn't occupied, they get it in there right away, break it up straight.
Jimmy Uso with the Samoan drop. I feel like he's trying to hit that for a lot of this match. Rolls through the schoolboy into the super kick. Again, the cover's getting broken apart. Samoan drop. And I get every time Jimmy Uso goes for a Samoan drop, it feels like his opponent is just slipping out the back door, and it's just presenting an opportunity for them to get a big move in against Jimmy Uso. Perhaps he should stop going for the Samoan drop, which I gave him that runs out. 100 miles an hour this match. Really no way to properly keep up with what's happening. Jimmy wipes out Orton there. A cover now. Jimmy watching over his brother, but Riddle kicks out. Jay can't quite believe it. Orton looking for an RKO. Jimmy with a fantastic counter. I saw that one coming. Again, Chad Gable looking for his 3 suplexes. Everyone else appears to all well.
A certain legend of this business will call that the 3 amigos. Oh, Chad Gable.
The 3 shooshes.
The 3 shooshkateers.
Well, everyone's going to be on the outside of the ring for a moment here. The referee, the only person that's decided that they want to remain in the ring. Otis and Autumn again?
I mean, we've all heard of 007. I think that's about the amount of times that Randy Orton slammed Otis during just this match, which is supposed to be a tag team match, but I think it's just become Orton trying to bully Orton. I do feel like it's so funny. But he's giving
Hang on.
his get.
Oh, hang on! Autumn looking deep into his playbook for a punt kick. Oh, Jay got out of the way. The camera crew are doing an awful job here, coming up at the worst possible moments. Autumn slivers into position. RKO. 1, 2, and Jay kicks out. Jay kicks out the RKO. No one was making it in time. But Jey Uso gets the shoulder up. Now the Usos will perhaps double team against Randy Orton. Maintaining control of the ring. Otis sees an opportunity for a bit of revenge on Randy Orton. And then we have a bear hug from Otis, which goes.
Otis is sort of avoiding Randy Orton this match. Like he's kind of gone straight for. He's given both the Usos, he's given Riddle his favourite punishment. He doesn't seem to want to catch the smoke from the Viper.
Well, on the outside, that's completely unnecessary. Otis now slowing down. Jey Uso heading to the second rope. Otis looking for the splash, but nobody. And now perhaps Jey Uso going to show Otis how it's done. Looking for an Uso splash, which he connects with. Delayed in getting into the cover though. But no one's there! Orton realises it's too late! The Usos are the tag team champions.
Fair play. And they just about used all of the intelligence, the nous, that they've gained over their years at the very apex of WWE's tag team scene to win that one. Now, I don't know if it was them winning it or the other teams losing it by just being so myopic and so unfocused at the end.
Here are your winners, and the new
I spoke about chemistry with the Usos. Since day one, each knows what the other one is thinking at any given time.
Oh yeah. They
And
know
that's
where
next
the other
step,
man is
capturing
at
the goal.
any given time. They know what to do at any given time.
Well, you posed the question at the start of the match about how the bloodline would fare without their leader, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. There's your answer, instantly capturing tag team gold do the Usos.
Yeah, they seem to fare pretty well there. I've got to give them credit. Credit where credit is due.
But we do move on to our next match, and it's time to move on to the women's division.
Ooh, very good.
We're going to be having a 6-woman battle royal, very similar to actually what we saw over on Nitro. We're going to be having a couple of matches to determine our top contenders for the women's division. They will meet at a later date. And out first is Carmella, who you may remember from last series. I signed her to a contract, started the rivalry, and then fired her. So I'm surprised that she agreed to go on SmackDown this season.
But, you know, you go where you're wanted, I think. You go where the demand is. And this is a fresh start. It's a fresh slate for all of us. And tonight is a fresh slate for Carmella. She does look a little bit like an accident at a pink paint factory, but that's okay. We know she can wrestle, we know she can do the job. And she will get every chance to put on a great show tonight on Smackdown.
Of course, there's going to be a number of participants in this contest. Carmella is one of them. Next up is a competitor who we briefly saw last year, not very long however, towards the start. It is Raquel Rodriguez, who I definitely recall having a couple of matches with Liv Morgan at the very least, because she's looking to make a bit more of a mark this season. But we've got our first two competitors out here, two who we're not necessarily unfamiliar with, but they didn't really have a chance to shine last season. Looking to change that beginning tonight. Our next competitor, however, is someone that we are all very familiar with. It is the woman who ended last season as the Smackdown Women's Champion. It's Liv Morgan.
Yeah, and she was pretty damn fantastic back then.
Held the belt on, I believe it was 2 different occasions last year. Really one of the faces of the women's division on Smackdown. She has stayed with her new brand. She's renewed her contract with us, and she has an opportunity to go straight back into the title picture. Now here is someone who many of the SmackDown scouts sold to me as the future of the women's division. And we're always looking for the next future star, so here is Roxanne Perez. One that we're going to be less familiar with here, but this is once again, like everyone else, it's a fresh start. It's an opportunity to make a name for yourself. It's a level playing field.
Exactly.
And in the Battle Royal, anything.
I mean, we weren't familiar with Peyton Royce, were we? But look how that turned out. So I think you've got to have an open mind in this business. You've got to give people a chance and let them grasp it with both hands. Or maybe not. But you've got to give people the opportunity, at the very, very least.
Well, it is one half of the tag team known as Toxic Attraction. It's JC Jane. Again, another unknown entity in this match, making her debut on SmackDown.
From Tampa, Florida, JC Jane.
I mean, the hat is pretty damn impressive. Like, that thing has got like its own orbit.
Perhaps JC Jane will be the one to upset the odds, to stake her claim in the first episode of SmackDown.
Perhaps. It would be fascinating. There's a lot going on in this match. I feel like no matter what happens,
Well, we did lose him there for a second. Apologies there. Didn't hear what you said. However, the last participant in this match, again, someone that we are familiar with, multiple time SmackDown Women's Champion from last season, Bianca Belair. So we got a bit of a mix here. We've got familiar stars. We've got people looking for a second chance. We've got fresh faces looking to make an impact. We've really got it all in this match here.
yeah, it's a very interesting mix of experience, styles, looks, personalities. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in this one.
First thing, whilst we may say that Liv Morgan and Bianca Belair are favourites, it is a battle royal. Anything can happen. Over the top rope, both feet touch the floor, and you are eliminated. It can just take one moment.
This is true. It's absolutely true.
One moment, and your dreams of becoming the women's champion are ended as this one gets underway. Looking on the maybe if someone will look for a quick elimination. What the tactics going to be? Are you going to see any alliances form in this contest? I think Roxanne Perez was looking for the quick elimination of Bianca Belair, but it didn't quite work out for her. They've all split off into some pairs by the looks of things, at least for the time being. And it's the nature of the beast in Battle Royal. It's very difficult to predict who is going to walk out with the victory. That's what makes it so exciting. That's why we chose them for this matchup. Set the stage for the Women's Championship later down the line. Really, anyone could walk out of this match as Liv Morgan is in trouble. JC Jane and Carmella double teaming her, but no, Liv Morgan loses 5. I was going to suggest that Raquel Rodriguez might have the strength advantage in this match, but we know that Bianca Belair is no stranger to feats of strength. It's not an easy one to call on that front. Nothing of that is easy to really bring a call on.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? Wrestling exists in two different mediums. It exists on paper, and it exists in the ring. And those two things do overlap, but they're not one and the same. They will never be one and the same.
I'm always on the edge of your seat when it comes to a battle royal, because an elimination can occur at any time for a competition. You may not be expecting it, but it will happen. As Bianca Belair makes a statement with the KOD. Her finishing manoeuvre. It's not going to get the job done, but it's going to inflict some serious damage on Roxanne Perez. Welcome to Smackdown, Roxanne. This is what you're up against.
Yep.
Bianca sent over the rope. Gonna fight back from that pretty easily.
Smackdown is a cool yet beautiful mistress.
Roxanne with a... I couldn't entirely see what that was. It was a moonsault, but she definitely turned around in mid-air. Very impressive athleticism from Roxanne Perez. Still no eliminations so far in this contest. Will that change anytime soon? I honestly have no idea. Liv Morgan has Carmella set up against the ropes, and Carmella is the first woman eliminated in the Battle Royal. Liv Morgan with the big clothesline.
That's
Her
unfortunate.
outside
Someone
the
has to
ring.
win the wooden spoon.
Liv Morgan into a roll-up, briefly forgetting the rules of the match. It's not a great look, but there's a brilliant transition into a guillotine choke. One woman eliminated, we still have 5 left in this contest. hang on a second. Roxanne Perez in danger. Oh no, she turns it around. And Perez eliminates Raquel Rodriguez. That is a huge elimination for Roxanne Perez.
I feel like the numbers have shot down very quickly in this one. I think we might end up seeing a classic one-on-one between Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan for the women's title. I think it may go down to the wire.
I wouldn't rule out Roxanne Perez after what we just saw. And Jacy Jane, she's hanging in there as well. But the two veterans, they have split off into taking on the two more up-and-coming rookies. Now Bianca looking to eliminate Jacy, and she does. We're down to 3. And there's a spin to Perez. And now I think for the first time in this match, Morgan and Belair come into blows. Well, you get the feeling that perhaps the status quo might be continuing on SmackDown, but still can't rule out Roxanne Perez. She's put in a great showing thus far.
Yes, she's been very, very impressive tonight. I feel like getting involved between Liv and Bianca is a bit of a foolish move. You know, just let them wear each other down and let maybe an elimination happen and try and rush in and seize the moment. That's what I would be doing if I was Roxanne.
Big spear! Spear from Belair, wiping out Liv Morgan almost entirely. Now starts working away on Perez again. All big knees. And Perez. Again, the two veterans almost seem to want to double team the up and coming opponent. But now they're starting to it's becoming a bit of a free-for-all now. This is really what you want to see. Liv Morgan, she's dangling on for dear life, but Perez didn't notice and takes a shot at Bianca. That allows Liv Morgan to stay alive in this contest. Bianca nearly went as well. Oh, it's just so much going on here. It's so difficult to keep up. The dynamics could change at any time. Because now Bianca, she's looking for another KOD, this time on Liv Morgan, who counters. Perez with another brilliant Hurricane Rana. Perez with a big impact DDT. To the top rope, as that is a dangerous game. To be perched on the top rope in a battle royal, and as you see there, Bianca strikes, throws her back into the ring rather than out of the ring. And there goes Liv Morgan. It's down to Bianca and Roxanne Perez.
Oh wow. I wonder if this might be Roxanne Perez's moment.
A huge opportunity for Roxanne Perez is planted face first by Bianca Belair.
No, I think
Bianca the clear favourite.
A little more fresh.
Bianca the clear favourite here. It looks like she may well do. And she does! Bianca Belair progresses to the Women's Championship match. An incredible showing from Bianca Belair, who tailed off towards the end of last season, but she's back with a vengeance. But I was particularly impressed with Roxanne Perez tonight.
Here is your winner.
It has to be said, a great performance on her debut. But it is Bianca Belair's win tonight. She'll be finding out who her opponent will be a bit later on.
I'm almost a little gutted for Roxanne Perez. But that was
You know what?
From the ES.
Do you know what? So am I.
Mm.
I'm a bit disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed.
She just outlasted Liv Morgan, the former women's champion, in a battle royal where she could have been eliminated basically at any time. That's a massive achievement for your debut. We said welcome to SmackDown. She must have heard us because she turned it.
Yeah.
She turned it up a notch tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this still isn't the main event, but we are going into the second match in our WWE Championship tournament. And out first, well, we talked about Seth Rollins being the workhorse of SmackDown last year. This man might have an argument to make here, but make on that front. He was just as much a part of the weekly grind as Seth Rollins was. It is, of course, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre came close on a couple of occasions last year. Was never able to unseat Roman Reigns at the head of the table and capture the Universal Championship.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Tonight, however, as we say, it's a fresh start. This is a chance for Drew McIntyre to get back on top of the mountain. But that leaves one man left in this tournament. And I'll tell you what, I hope you're ready for a fight. Because taking on Drew McIntyre tonight, jumping ship from the former Raw now Nitro over to SmackDown. It is Raw's Superstar of the Year last season. It's Sheamus.
And his opponent, representing the Brawling Brutes from Dublin,
As much as
Ireland,
he suits
weighing in at 267
he did
pounds,
suit.
the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
I miss this man. I miss him. Even though he looks like a cross between a cheap private detective and the world's jankiest Discord moderator. I miss him. I really, really miss him.
Well, he put on banger after banger on the red brand, but he has made his way to Friday nights this year, and he'll hope to continue doing the same. Seth Rollins already out in front in this tournament with a huge win over Cody Rhodes to open the night, and one of these two join him on 3 points. McIntyre came flying out the gates, but Sheamus was ready. Well, these two, they know each other very well. They go back a long way, but there will be no quarter given in this contest. This is going to be a slobber knocker, as a certain...
It might just be the greatest night in the history of our sport.
What, SmackDown? Thank you. I mean, I agree, but I didn't expect to hear you say it. This is just two big lads just fucking throwing themselves at each other. Big stalling suplex from McIntyre, and that leg of Sheamus came down badly onto the steps. A big boot as well. Powerbomb follow up. Surely McIntyre's not thinking of taking the count out victory. Fight continues. McIntyre going to make his way back into the ring. Sheamus is hurting. Gonna get back into the ring and count at 8. Probably a good thing for McIntyre. He doesn't really want to take the count out victory. He needs those 3 points, especially after Rollins' win earlier in the night. for Sheamus. Hopefully he hadn't tweaked that knee on that landing. It's been big hit after big hit in this contest. Neither man really taking control in the match thus far. There's a big side slam. Into the cover. Is able to get the 2 count, but no more. No more than that. Taking too much time there, McIntyre. Sheamus gonna fight out of whatever he was looking for there. Oh, and hang on, we're looking at a classic here from Sheamus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I decided against going the whole way. Usually looks for the 10 beats of the Badron there. Only going for 6 on this occasion. He's got something bigger in mind instead, as he connects with white noise. McIntyre could be in trouble. Referee into position. Only gets a 2 on that occasion. McIntyre going to slip to the apron here. Grant himself a bit of a reprieve. Oh no! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There it is. The 10 beats of the Badron. Classic Sheamus right there. Okay, McIntyre, your chest is going to be hurting like crazy after that. Again, the legs coming down onto the steel steps, except this time it's McIntyre rather than Sheamus. Back into the ring we go, McIntyre not wanting to risk a count out perhaps. As Sheamus was looking for something big. There's a neck breaker. Then he runs out. Sheamus is definitely starting to take control of the contest now. In behind, the backbreaker. And now the ground and pound as well. Cover from Sheamus. 1, 2, no, McIntyre kicking out yet again. They're going to take something big from Sheamus if he wants to end this one. There's an Irish curse, and this will do it. A bro kick. 1, 2, and no, McIntyre gets the shoulder up. Sheamus can't believe it. But he's wasting no time. From the top rope, you don't see Sheamus do that often. McIntyre again rolling to the outside, trying to recover. Sheamus has really taken command of this contest. Sheamus looking perhaps for the Irish curse. Well, not the Irish curse, the high cross, but McIntyre able to get out of it. Again, the power of McIntyre is on full display. Famous with an Irish whip and a bro kick on the rebound. McIntyre's lights might be out. Sheamus gets 3 points in the tournament.
That's fucking my goat. That's why he was the GOAT.
I'll tell you what, it started off as a pretty back and forth contest. By the end of it, it was so one-sided. Sheamus picking up right where he left off last season.
Even though he's defected, I still can't hate the man. You can't hate Sheamus. You can be very afraid of Sheamus. Quite right, by the way. But you can't hate him. You just can't hate him.
Well, as it stands, at this moment in time, it will be Sheamus versus Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. But that's only the end of round 1. There's still 2 more rounds to go. So, if I was Cody or McIntyre, I wouldn't be too worried at this stage. But you've got to get the win next time out, or it's gonna be over most likely.
I was going to say, I wouldn't be worried, but I would have my eyes focused squarely on the road ahead and what I need to do. And you have to win. You have to win at the end of the day.
Well, we're heading straight on to a second Battle Royal of the evening. We're going to find out who is going to take on Bianca Belair for the championship. And out first, there's another fresh face to the women's division because it is Zoe Stark.
Making her way to the ring from Utah, Zoe Stark.
Now, we might be saying that some of these competitors are unknown quantities, but Roxanne Perez was an unknown quantity, and she came very close to booking a place in that championship match. Could maybe Zoe Stark go one step further and be the one to face Bianca Belair? Out next, it's another competitor who has swapped Mondays for Fridays in their schedule this season. It's Doudrop.
And her opponents, first from Ayrshire, Scotland, Doudrop.
Where have all my children gone? They've gone to they've left me.
Doudrop with a number of hard-fought battles with Io Sky towards the end of last season.
Clearly showed what she can do. Pushed the Sky very, very close.
Wasn't able to capture the championship, however, can she do that instead here on Friday night? This is her opportunity to go one step further than she did last season. Now here's a familiar face. One of the top stars of the women's division last season. It is Alexa Bliss.
And from Columbus, Ohio,
Accompanied by the doll Lily. But she's got a bit of moral support.
Moise. Oh god, that doll is hideous. Jesus Christ. That is maybe the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's a bold statement.
What the fuck is that? What is that? What is that? What the fuck are those?
Alexa Bliss has the know-how to get it done. She was a Raw Women's Champion last season, and she once again claimed them. But we're halfway through the field in this Battle Royale. We saw one half of Toxic Attraction earlier tonight, and now we're going to see the second half of that team in action. It is Gigi Dolan.
Gigi.
and representing Toxic Attraction.
Again, with the exceptional headwear. Toxic Attraction seem to know the best place to buy hats. I kind of want to get their supplier. I want to get the details. Not gonna lie. The other clothing, not so much, because I don't want to get arrested for public indecency. But the hats, sign me up. Sign me up.
I'm sure Gigi would have been watching her tag team partner's performance earlier in the night. Jason Jane putting in a creditable performance, but ultimately did not have what it took to pick up a win, and her tag team partner go one better tonight. Next up, a competitor who unfortunately didn't get an opportunity to shine last season, but she's ready to go to war. She has a fucking tank. That is a fucking tank. She's declared war on the Smackdown Women's Division. It's Shotzi.
Oh dear God. He has commandeered half of SmackDown's budget. He bought a fucking tank. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the intro to that one Top Gear episode where Jeremy Clarkson's like, "Are we driving?" And this is a car, and I can't remember, and he goes, "And we're going to see if it can outrun a 12mm tank shell." And you just see this tank pull out of view, pull into view of the cameras from this forest. It's just this big fuck-off tank. A lot
I
bigger
think
than
that tank's on fire. Sorry, I think the tank is on fire. That's a lot of smoke. That is a lot of
She
smoke.
clearly forgot which button to press to exit the vehicle.
You know how I ended up my gym with way more money than you?
Yeah.
That's all gone now. It's all been spent on the tank.
Yeah, well, it's gone for multiple reasons. What?
Well, Shotzi has certainly made an entrance, but can she make an impact in this Battle Royal? There is one spot left, however, and it could be the biggest name in the industry. Big time! Becky Lynch.
Otherwise known as what happens when you take Gigi and press the upgrade button.
Dublin, Ireland, Becky
It has to be said, a few of Raw's top stars were acquired by Smackdown following the results. WrestleMania following the results of the Show General Manager of the Year Awards. So Nitro's going to have to do a bit of fighting if it wants to have a roster quite this stacked. I'll be interested to see what they do in the following weeks.
Wait. Did you see the show we put up? Were you actually watching that show?
I'm not denying the quality. I know you clearly weren't listening to what I said, so I wasn't denying quality, but I'm just talking in terms of like sheer star power, name value.
Well, Rhea Ripley, Ronda Rousey, Asuka. The star power's there.
Look, so the point is, I said I look forward to seeing what you're doing. It wasn't actually a criticism.
Understandable. To be fair, I didn't hear half of it because I think we've had a little bit of technical issues on WCW and WWE tonight. I mean, we definitely do have some deals in the works, but I will stay still on that. I won't spoil it.
Zoe Stark catching Doudrop midair. There we go. That's a fast start. Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch, definitely the two established names in this contest, much like Olivia and Bianca. They'll be hoping for a similar outcome based on one of them to advance to that contest. Bianca Belair. Can we cut to Bianca Belair watching this match backstage and all those like stupidly ridiculous angles on TV app? Couple of submissions for that team here. When they get the win, but they'll get some damage done to their opponents. Again, I said it earlier tonight, it's difficult to predict a battle royal. Can't really tell who is going to have the advantage, who's going to be eliminated at any given moment, who can have what it takes to win. And you've all just got to let it play out, you've just got to see what happens. course, if you're one of the less prominent names in the world, if you can get an elimination over the likes of this or Becky Lynch, that's going to be huge for you. It's going to be quite a moment as Shotzi and Gigi team up with DDT, the big time.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, it's a bit like a Maven versus Undertaker, where even no matter what you're going to achieve in your career, if you get a massive elimination, not only can it be a springboard for you to propel yourself to new heights, it can be what people remember you for. It can be something that lifts you out of obscurity, you know?
We could be about to see that here. Doudrop has Alexa Bliss in a precarious position. Becky Lynch looking to eliminate Shotzi, but great athleticism from Shotzi to avoid that one.
She'd be so alive there to flip her legs back up and cut Lynch off, but she did it perfectly, pretty much.
Now Bliss perhaps looking to eliminate Shotzi with a Hurricane Runner, and Shotzi is the first woman eliminated from the match. So disappointing after the great feature performance to survive just a few seconds ago. Can we get a refund on the tank? No? Okay.
Just sell it to the nearest small nation. I'm sure they can make some use out of it.
Oh, I was going to say, what athleticism from Gigi to backflip and land on her feet, but actually Zoe Stark caught her with a knee on the landing.
That was very impressive for both women, to be honest. They both showed a great deal of awareness and intelligence. Doudrop was in a precarious position there, but she managed to very quickly get back in the ring. That was critical.
Becky Lynch saving Zoe Stark there, then trying to make the elimination. Stark had enough to avoid it. Alexa Bliss is in trouble, but she saves herself, much like Shotzi did earlier. Staggering Doudrop for a moment. Lynch has Gigi in a precarious position, perhaps, with a big exploder. They're getting the elimination, certainly doing some damage. Doudrop now takes Lynch into the corner. No. Like we're going to fight out there. Gigi's in trouble, but Lynch perhaps inadvertently saving Gigi from elimination. Done that a couple of times in this match. You have to wonder if maybe she just wants the accolade of getting these eliminations herself, perhaps. And two heads collide there. Gigi smacking the skulls of Bliss and Lynch against each other. Oh my word! Zoe Stark eliminates Becky Lynch, almost eliminated by Gigi now, but she holds on. Becky Lynch is out of this match.
Oh my god. Becky Lynch isn't even going to be in the match for the women's title, let alone not winning it. Good lord.
A huge elimination. I did not see that coming at all. Zoe Stark, well, we talked about moments that can make you. She might have just had that moment there. Their German suplex to Alexa Bliss. I thought she'd been immediately eliminated by Gigi from that super kick, but just had enough about her to hold on and survive. We're down to 4 in this match. You can hear it in the crowd. They're stunned. They're shocked. They can't believe that Becky Lynch was eliminated by Zoe Stark. And a GG driver to Alexa Bliss. I'll tell you what, I would not like to predict how this one's going to go, not after the shocking elimination of Becky Lynch. Just really throw everyone's predictions out of whack, I thought there. So Stark got the elimination. It does remain in this contest as she drops Doudrop there. And now, oh, this would be something. If Zoe Stark could eliminate not only Becky Lynch, but could she also eliminate Alexa Bliss? Bliss is in trouble, and she's gone! Zoe Stark eliminating Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss in this Battle Royal.
Oh my god.
I cannot believe the performance that Zoe Stark has put on in this match.
Are you sure she's not secretly Tony in disguise? I mean, that's a...
We're down to 3. We're down to 3 in this contest. It is the unbelievable Zoe Stark who is putting in the performance of a lifetime. It's also Doudrop and it is Gigi Dolan.
I think Gigi Dolan is gonna win this.
That is a bold call.
And I am biased
considering
because of her
what
hair
we've seen
colour,
from Zoe Stark.
but I do also genuinely believe she will win it. You know.
Well, Zoe Stark and Doudrop going to team up on Gigi here. Even if only just for a moment. And yet, there you go, the alliance ending almost instantly. As it stands, Madge, I'm going to give you a statement right here.
Please do.
As it stands, our first women's champion will be one of Bianca Belair, Gigi Dolan, Zoe Stark, or Doudrop. That's the current state of play. But who is going to go on to that match?
Well, if it's not Gigi Dolan, it's surely got to be Zoe Stark. I mean, it would be... As much as I'd love Gigi Dolan to get her in here, it would be heartbreaking for Zoe to come all this way, to do so much.
After all that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't count out Doudrop though. She's still in this contest just as much as the other two competitors are. As now Gigi heads to the top rope with an elbow drop. Stunning start. Doudrop now back into the contest. And just out muscling Gigi Dolan there. Now Doudrop. She's got Zoe Stark in a very dangerous position. This would be so disappointing for Stark if it were to all go wrong here. Oh no, Zoe Stark eliminated by Doudrop. We are down to the final 2 in this Battle Royal. Doudrop is already celebrating and Gigi looking to take advantage. Doudrop getting overconfident. A super kick! What? Doudrop is defying the laws of physics to stay in this match. What is happening?
What did Doudrop just do? What the fuck was that?
That was the greatest balancing act of all time.
The most insane shifting of matter.
And a haluva kick from Gigi Dolan, dropping Doudrop. This really could go either way. Doudrop in trouble. Oh, Gigi does a little bit of posing. She thought she had the elimination. But it gave Doudrop the opportunity to get back in the ring. Gonna go for it again. Again, she doesn't follow up. What is Gigi doing? She's celebrating. You haven't won the match, Gigi. What are you doing? Doudrop.
She didn't look around. I think she's gonna get punished for that now.
And now she's gonna get punished. Doudrop with the clear strength advantage. And it will be Doudrop who faces Bianca Belair for the Women's Championship. There's no other way to describe it. That was a bottle job of the highest order from Gigi Dolan.
Here is your winner,
And it was perhaps a career-making performance for Zoe Stark. I'm sure we'll see more of her going forward. But it is Doudrop who advances to the Women's Championship match.
It's not Gigi, it's Wee Wee, because she just pissed an opportunity at the WWE Women's title down the drain. That was... what on earth? What on earth was she thinking?
2 opportunities there to eliminate Doudrop. Took neither of them and instead decided to play up to the fans. And it's cost her. It has cost her.
I mean, all you
But
can
there
do
you
when
go.
you see something like that, as someone who loves this business, this sport, you sit here and you just shake your head. She had everything. She had it won, and she showboated, and it slipped through her fingers just like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event of Smackdown. Oh, that's the wrong screen. And it is for the Intercontinental Championship. It is a triple threat match, and out first is a man who never really got where he wanted to last year. This is an opportunity for him to make things right. It's Kevin Owens.
And it's for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Making his way to the ring from Marieville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds.
Kevin Owens, he was involved in a lot of high-profile feuds last season. He fought with just about everybody, but he never got his shot at Roman Reigns in the Universal Championship. But tonight he has a different prize on the horizon, because instead he's going to be looking to claim Intercontinental Championship. There's 2 men that stand in his way. The first of which he is incredibly familiar with. It's Sami Zayn.
And his opponent, first from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami
Sami
Zayn.
Zayn, he made some appearances on Smackdown towards the end of last season. To be honest, he kind of stunk up the joint a little bit. Those matches never perhaps getting reaching the heights that you would have expected, but nonetheless he did pick up some wins. And he is being granted an opportunity here. We said it's a clean slate, new opportunity. He could walk out tonight as the Intercontinental Champion.
Good indeed. I think he's got a good shot at it. I know he never really got going last season. Putting it mildly, really, but he has something about it, doesn't he, Sami Zayn? You can't take your eyes off him. And I think he's refreshed now, he's ready to go again.
The last man in this triple threat is a man who had a huge night at WrestleMania. It may have been a tables match and we hate them janky as hell, but he did defeat Randy Orton on the biggest stage of them all, and he is being rewarded for that with an opportunity to be the Intercontinental Champion. What a moment this would be in the young career of Austin Theory if he can get the job done tonight. But first, he's going to take a selfie, make sure he's primed and ready for that big shot when he, in his mind, inevitably captures the championship. But he's got 2 top competitors standing between him and the gold. Can he get the job done? It is the main event of Smackdown. It is the Intercontinental Championship. One of the most prestigious prizes in the business. That brilliant white strap. Belt that means so much. Who's going to be our inaugural champion here on Smackdown? It's time to find out. It's the main event. Let's get this one underway. Zayn going straight after Theory. Owens is just going to let that one play out. While the old buddies immediately go to it. I have no idea what just happened. But Austin Theory looked very disappointed. Okay. Actually, if I might get an opinion from you.
Indeed you may.
Who will be the Intercontinental Champion.
There's something inexorable about the rise of Austin Theory, so if I had to pick, I'd have to say the young man